Rookie here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
Okay, guys, we're
Big
recording.
fan. That's awesome.
Heidi's done CoCo all over my face. You know why? Because I got the new freshwater lotion from Bath and Body Works this weekend. Yes.
She's like,
Oh my gosh.
you not only look nice, but you smell tasty
That's
too.
right.
smell like outside.
That's right. Much like fresh water. Yeah. Hi,
Well,
Heidi.
welcome to
Hi.
the studio, the new studio.
I know this is pretty awesome, guys.
Yeah, I like it. I do. I
I
like
thought
this.
your JV studio was good, but this is varsity.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is big
This
time.
is varsity, yeah.
This feels much better. We just
How
got
does it
done-
feel to be on varsity, Pat?
Just like I imagined. Getting laughed at, pointed at. Exactly like I remember.
What's he doing down there?
Stafford, you're in. Well, I hope. We're up by 65.
We got 4 sprained ankles. Where's Pat?
And he says, "Wait, let me put the water down. I'll be right there."
I actually made varsity as a freshman in basketball. There was only 6 people on the team,
Yeah.
but I made it.
That's okay.
That's awesome.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, and I think I
right.
told this story before, Mike. It was a district, not finals. Never made it to finals, but district.
Yes.
First game, and I threw a pass like I was on the other team. I threw it directly to the guy. He took it down, layup, and I mean, took them up by like.
Were you like
20
a Russian
more.
asset?
I was.
Yeah.
I was a mole, and
Not a good one.
And my coach was so mad at me. I remember Ron Michael, and he's apologized to me before, but I was walking off the court, please going crazy. The other people
Just gave-
going nuts, and he grabbed me by the tank top, and he pulled me, and he goes, "If you ever F-word pass like that again, you will never." And his eyes were bulging, and he was screaming. And like afterwards in the bus, he's like, "Whoa!" He goes, "I am so sorry. I'm so sorry."
That's what you went down for, man. That was the memory.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Did
I
you ever
love
get to
it.
play again?
I did. I started. I mean, it's like I said.
So that was the
small
first.
school.
So did you guys win the first district grade? Did you win that first round?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
But did you keep playing like sophomore year?
Yeah, I
for
played all the
you.
way through. Oh, you kind of had to.
I
you
told
get
my
guilted.
when I went out for basketball, and I loved playing. Right,
Yeah.
I do not like prep. I don't like running suicides.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
like running. I mean,
who
nobody.
does?
I have zero. Well,
Did I ever tell you? So JC,
my
like,
life level's so low. I quit before the season started because I was like,
that's so. My daughter
I'm
now
out.
is 11, if you can believe that. JC turned 11.
"Oh
so,
my God!"
But when we first got, if you married into the Woodard family, it's like assumed you're going to play basketball. So JC started at, I don't even know, 5, 6 for the little league,
Yeah.
little community league. And I remember she had a really good coach the first year. I'll give him a shout out, John Jungers. And so John's son was like 7 foot tall as a second grader. And we're like, that's what Team JC will be on. They will win every game because of his little boy. So anyway, they were on it. And the very first practice, I was sitting under the basket because they were short enough practices that you couldn't really leave. I wasn't sitting there monitoring. That's my disclaimer.
Not that you wanted to leave.
No, I wanted to check out, make sure he was running the right place.
Run to Target real quick.
Want to make sure there were some scouts in the audience. So I'm sitting there and they do like a modified, not even a full court suicide, but just like a modified. Like we're going to run halfway to the free throw line and back and then to the free throw line and back. And we're going to do that like 3 times.
What?
And I was like, this is hilarious. She gets halfway done, comes over, sits on my, like they're still running. She sits on my lap. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, I don't want to run anymore. And I was like, well, maybe this isn't the sport for you then. And I
she's honest.
still remember that.
At least she's honest.
She's embraced it full circle now.
Yeah.
She absolutely loves basketball. CoCo. Now she's attacking.
Yeah. I think Mike Cologne got her going, and now she's over there.
Climbed right up my
And
arm.
I told you guys before we started recording, she has a little sensor that we beep if she's doing
E-collar.
something naughty. Well, that's in the car. The collar's on, but the beeper's in the car.
And
so
she's figured it out.
have to
Oh
say.
yeah, she knows. Well, she has human eyes, so she probably has human. She can understand what we're saying, so she
probably
knows
understands this
that it's in the
completely.
car.
Yeah.
I should just have painted her face so she could watch freedom.
That face is awesome. My God. Oh my word. So, okay. Speaking of sports, Bell West is kind of like excited.
Oh yeah, Bella, what a year, man, for the football team.
My
it's so
kids were at that
exciting.
game last week when you guys beat them.
Can you believe how good?
It was.
Did they
And that
tell
was
you how good
Miller.
it was?
They said it was an amazing game.
Which Miller team was that?
West.
Right?
I
Okay.
played at South because
Okay.
that's where they play the games. But unbelievable, probably one of the most exciting high school football games I've ever been at. And
That's what my daughter said, and I didn't think she paid attention to the actual game. Just to go socialize, but she said it was a great
back
game.
and forth, back and forth. So you knew the big controversy about
What was the big
Millard
controversy?
West. One of their quarterbacks transferred to Bellevue West. Nate Glantz
Oh, I
is his
remember
name.
that. Yeah.
And Tristan Gomez is the Millard West quarterback. Well, both of these boys are outstanding individuals. Like, I don't know Nate nearly as much, but Tristan and my oldest played basketball growing up. And so I've known the Gomez's forever. Super athletic family, super down to earth. And there was all this hype going into it. And, you see all this tweets and the social media smack talking. And I'm like, how many of these? I would estimate 85% adults leading the charge on this stuff.
Right.
15% kids. 85% adults getting their panties in a wad about how this all went down. And at the end of the game, the coolest thing, I mean, it was a hard fought battle till the very end. And at the end of the game, I don't know if they were the last two through the line, but multiple shots of them like basically hugging each other. Like, great high school career, great year.
Right.
That's cool.
Both
Great
quarterbacks
competitors.
seem to have a lot of mutual respect for one another. And I mean, it just showed like I have no discredit to West Side. They're going to be good, but they arguably were the top two teams all year. I mean, that was a great game.
And
Which
it's
is
always the
neat that
parents
ends up
leading
that.
that charge.
Oh my God.
It always is
Yes.
the parents that get all. The kids are like they get intense there, or they take it out on the field and then it's over.
Yeah.
But the parents keep it going.
As we were talking, you probably heard
I
Ver's Day the other day.
I was like, oh, I wanted to be part of that conversation so bad.
We should have a round table with Vers and Heidi.
Yeah, a 4-hour episode. We need to have it at Paisans with some pizza.
That sounds
Dude,
amazing.
You know what? That would be fun to do. We could have a little event, kind of go down there and people come down, have some pizza.
That's why you make the big bucks, Pat. You're
That's
just
right.
so
Right? You don't have to be
visionary.
That's right.
Yeah.
Varsity.
Visionary. I see from 30,000 feet. That's about it.
You know what we should do? Pizza.
That's
Pizza.
Yes.
Pizza and talkie.
That's what
Yes.
a first stringer says.
So speaking of kids who are playing, and I won't say too much because, God forbid I embarrass the crap out of my son, but my middle one, Austin, will be on the sideline down in Memorial Stadium
That's
for the
pretty
big game.
awesome.
And I'm like, how awesome is that?
That's cool.
He will not get in.
That's
but how awesome to be able
Just
to
to be able to
experience it.
run
Yeah.
out onto the field and stand on that sideline is going to be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. People that don't play, and I will say, even for the Huskers, when you think about the Huskers, you see, what is it, 110 on the roster? How many is it on the roster?
I don't know. It's crazy.
It's a
Probably.
huge,
WS has like 60 some, I
huge
think.
number.
It's crazy.
And you see some of the kids, and you hear people, oh my God, he just never gets in. He never gets to play. They're good.
Oh, yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you hear them talk about the excitement of being, going to the practices, and you're on the sidelines, and you're trying to do anything you can to help the team.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just that whole team thing, just being there. It's okay.
Well, the coolest thing, like my son knows. He's like, man, this is the ride. Like, this will just be awesome.
Right.
And he's got a couple of buddies who are in the same situation. And I remember talking to one of them, and I pick him up, from football every now and then. We do a little ride share, so none of the moms have to do it all the time or the dads, but we split it up. And I was laughing so hard because they're like, man, will we get a ring? Like, if we win, will we? And I'm like, I think so. And then the one boy said, I think back, like, or I think in the future that if my future kid says like, hey, Dad, did you play football the year that they won it all? He's like, I can honestly answer yes. He's like, I won't tell him what level I played.
I was on the
Yes,
team.
but
I have
was
a
on the
hardware.
Yes,
team.
son, I was on the team.
Yes.
that ended up winning. And I just had to die laughing. I'm like, yeah,
You
just
don't have to go into detail. You don't have to
don't
go
ask
into detail at
any
all.
too many details.
Right.
Like,
Just less is more.
correct.
Were you on the
correct.
team? Uh huh.
Just shine that ring.
I do. How did you play? Sure. And then
I
coughing.
I don't like to brag.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk
You know
about
what?
that.
I like to act like I've been there before. I'm teaching you a lesson.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is your journey now, son. Enough about dad.
Yeah.
I love it. I saw the video the other day of JC playing basketball.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And the grandma giggle
Yes.
in the background.
And the
Your
comment.
voices sound so much
Oh,
alike.
I know. People used to call my house when I was growing up, my childhood home, all the time. Judy? I'm like, no, this is her daughter. Like when I was in high school and that started.
Isn't
Hey,
that
Judy? No, this is Heidi. I'll get her
did you
though.
see that video? And she made that basket, and I would have said everything that was said was you.
That's funny.
And
That's
it was
funny.
her. It was grandma.
And she said, "Oh, finally," or something like that. Like,
JC made that long shot. That was a good shot too.
oh yeah, she
for
loves
her.
shooting from the
That's
outside. She gets that from my husband. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't shoot outside the paint to save my life. I did a lot of rebounding, a lot of fouling, and a lot of hustling.
Do you realize what you could have gotten away with when you were younger? Having a voice like your mom? You could have got yourself out of school.
That's true.
Out of trouble.
I was too much of a straight A, like rule
Man.
following.
Yeah.
I know.
Had the tools and didn't use them.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You could still do it though. I don't know what you could
True.
do.
I don't know
Yeah,
what I
what
would
would
get
you
away
do?
with
Maybe you
now.
use your mom's voice for now. I'm trying to think.
I could maybe get a free eye appointment. I could be crazy.
Senior discount.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm gonna sneak some stuff in.
Great idea.
Walgreens won't know what hit them.
I was telling Soph about it was before the game, before West ended up losing, but going down in the
Millard
experience.
West for the record.
Millard
Thank you.
West. Yes,
Okay.
Millard West.
Yes.
Had the experience of going down and playing in Memorial Stadium
Yeah.
and just seeing how when you're at a stadium, a smaller stadium, and it's
Yeah.
packed, and then the same fan base goes to Memorial
Yes.
Stadium, it looks like it's empty.
Yeah.
It's like
absolutely.
that would be so cool to play in the stadium, but then look up there and be like, well, it looks like there's 45 people here. 'Cause
Yep.
It's so
Yep.
big.
It is. It really drives that point
Well,
home when
yeah.
you do that.
And
Yeah.
then once I heard that, that he was suiting up, because this happened later in the year for my middle one, and I was like, oh God, I gotta go now. Like they're always streamed, so it's like if it's cold, like I'm cheering them on.
I watch them every year.
Yeah.
I watch almost all the games. I love watching that.
Yeah.
I just love watching the state games. And like you said, especially when they're doing the smaller, just watching the crowds.
Yes.
The crowd. You
Yes.
put in air quotes. But it's just it's so cool. But I get what you're saying, because I don't want to go.
I don't even want to like.
I just-
Are you looking at the weather yet for
I was just
Tuesday?
saying, yeah, you know what it is? 40% chance of rain, mid 40s. Evening, 32.
Oh my God. So I was like swapping stories with other diehard, not me, diehard, but other moms who are diehard football fans. And I'll give a shout out to Jack Dotzler or Dotzler, however you want to pronounce it. His mom in Roncalli. She's like, oh, I've got a portable space heater that I pack up. And she's like, every game, she's like, you just take it with you. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Good
that
idea.
is genius.
Can we sit together? I'm gonna,
So here I am with like my 4 hand warmers that
Yeah.
don't do jack.
Right.
And I'm
You
like,
put
I
that-
tried.
You get a chemical burn on your on
Right.
the tips of your fingers,
Yeah.
and the rest of you's
the
frozen.
only thing that's
so
warm.
if you use the portable heater and then you just kind of like make like a fort.
Right.
So you have blankets around, like put them over the backs of the seats in front of you, or the chair
toasty.
thing, and then just make a nice
Brilliant
little
idea.
There's no way Memorial's gonna let something like that in though.
Maybe they were a little more relaxed during this.
for high school.
Yeah.
I would think maybe
Or just stick some shooters of Fireball wherever. And
Yes.
get them in there.
Yes.
wherever.
Yeah.
And then
Under
all of a
your
sudden-
bed.
Some shooters of Fireball
In like
wherever.
a critical time in the game, you just hear Heidi, put it on!
And you're standing up there in your sports bra and yoga pants. Like, what is she
Swing
so
your shirt
warm?
over and
with his number on my gut. He'd be like, I'm out. Guys, this is my last year. My mom just ruined it for me.
What number is he?
35.
So he'd look like 3.5 with the belly button.
Yeah.
3.5. Who's number 3.5?
I don't know what 35 looks like folded in half vertically, but that is pretty much what you would see. It might be 2 C's. I don't know.
A Russian Q and a C.
right. I'm trying to figure. It'd be almost like Coco Chanel.
Yes. So classy. Just bringing a bit of Sarpy County up into this joint.
Here we go. Let's roll. We'll show you how to do this.
That's funny.
That's going to be awesome. So is it Tuesday night they're playing?
Tuesday night, yep. Against the West Side Warriors.
Oh my
So
goodness.
then, do they have the
that's
next
gonna-
day off school? Since it is
Well,
the
here's
Wednesday
the
before
funniest part.
Thanksgiving?
Hey, CoCo. Here's the funniest part. So this is currently Hell Week. The week prior to the game is Hell Week.
Yeah.
And the basketball boys are doing 2-a-days. So they're more practicing like 5 some and then after school for a couple more hours. So the football boys every year want so desperate, the football boys who play basketball every year want so desperately to make it to the final game because then they get a limited amount of Hell Week.
Right.
So that's
I was
an
just
extra
going to ask you,
motivator.
wait a minute, there's got to be some crossover here because the basketball, there's got to be football guys
Yep.
that are on the basketball team.
And
They've been,
asterisk, my son is doing both,
Good
all the
deal.
practices that he can because, they're
Just
not.
because.
Yeah. Extra conditioning.
that's
But we're talking
awesome.
like the starting receivers, like
my God.
those boys don't have to go because, they can't get hurt
Right.
before the big game.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
okay, so right now, so what grade is he in now?
He's a sophomore. And then my oldest, Owen, who doesn't play football, but he's a basketball player, is
Yeah.
a senior. So I've got a senior, a sophomore, and then JC's 11 now.
So she fifth grade, sixth grade, fifth
Yep.
grade. So by the time she gets to high school, those guys are gone.
Correct.
So
Yes.
she'll be all on her own.
Yeah, which is probably
That's
what
kind
she
of
prefers.
cool because
Yeah.
I feel her. I get it because it's one thing when you've got the older brother or sister and you're like right in their footsteps, right behind them in their shadow, but you got a little bit of a distance and it's like there's still a little bit. You get a little bit more distance. It's like it's all her world.
Yeah. Now, I will say she has hinted more than once, like, I'm going to miss Owen, which floors me because they say 3 words to each other all week. But Owen is going to go off to college next year, and she is already starting to feel,
It's going to get real.
I'm going to miss him.
Yeah.
And then maybe will Austin take his room? Can I have Austin's room? Like now she's
Now it's
spinning the wheels of what's the upside of him
Right.
not being here anymore?
More food.
Right.
More
For
room.
sure, more food.
How do you, I don't understand how you do it. How just with two boys like that
Well, I
are
just-
so active, and then JC. How do you afford?
I just remember even in when the boys were in 5th to 7th grade, they're 2 years apart. So I'm sure Owen was in 7th and Austin was in 5th.
Something like that.
And I put something like that. And I put I bought 2 full size, bags or boxes of popcorn. And I remember labeling mom's box for the little freeloaders. I labeled them separately. I'm like, if you get into mom's box, we're going to have an issue. Because I swear to G, when we buy a pack of cookies, they're gone in 48 hours if we're lucky.
gone.
Yeah.
I know.
And we'll catch them. We'll be like, you can't have that many chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A package
overflowing
is a
tub
serving,
of chips.
right?
Yes.
It's just, if you open it, that's a serving.
And speaking of
it's
healthy
sick.
eating, I made protein shakes the other night, just out of the blue. And my protein shakes normally consist of an orange, some yogurt, peanut butter, milk,
Banana.
and the whey powder, protein
Yep,
powder.
protein powder.
Because God knows I need that. I've
gotta have
been
that.
lifting so much lately.
I need to recover.
Yeah, I need to recover.
I need a recovery phase,
From
please,
my
from
Netflix
GNC.
binge. So I made these and I divvied them up, and they took some and they were fine. And Owen was like, I just think they need to be a little sweeter. I don't think a protein shake needs to be tart, and I wouldn't put peanut butter in mine. I wouldn't put an orange. I'm like, Owen, what would you do? What would you make yours out of? Well, I don't know, strawberries, banana, sweet stuff. And I'm like ice cream? Yes. I said, okay, well, that's just a shake.
That's a shake.
I'm like, so do you want a shake? And he's like, yes. So the last few nights I made just flat out.
Just shakes.
Make
Calorie
a shake and throw some
boosting.
protein powder in it. You're
Yeah.
good.
Disguise it.
And of course, there's always just a little extra that mom needs to polish off. So it's a
every time.
win-win.
I just don't understand where that. I don't remember eating that much. I mean, the other night we were eating. 4:30, Bennett was starving, gonna die, and he's eating. I don't even remember what it was, but a lot of something. As he's telling me what he wants for dinner,
Oh, yeah.
he's like, "So
Well,
what are we
didn't you
gonna
have a
make for
story
dinner?"
about him having 2-foot-long sandwiches, eating
Yeah.
one on the ride home?
Yeah,
And,
and ate a full big pizza the other day. Gets back from the gym and he's like, "What's for dinner?" And got a pizza, and there was enough pieces of the two together to make a full pizza. Gone,
yeah.
just
I
gone.
like the day that he got the pizza and he left one piece
right
in the whole big box and put the whole box back in the
on top of a pie that crushed the morning.
Boy logic.
God, right?
That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So this is exciting then. So we'll get you back in maybe
Absolutely. I'll be wearing the
soon?
ring.
Yeah.
That right?
Do they get the ring
All the
sooner
moms get
in
a ring
high
too,
school?
right?
No
'Cause,
idea.
it's always in hockey or in baseball. It's a year and a half later. We got their championship ring finally.
Yeah.
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 Hopefully they get it
Call
sooner.
Vers. Scott wins every year. We'll have to ask him how
Oh
that
my
works.
God.
Yeah.
So Scott, who's Scott playing?
Scott's Bluff. Oh, God. Who did Scott? I thought Scott's Bluff knocked off Roncalli.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what Vers said.
I can't remember what he said either.
I was hoping for a Roncalli Scott final.
Oh, I bet
that would
you
have been
were.
amazing. We know boys on both sides, and that would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool. So we'll have to see how this goes down because if it goes down well, yeah, we'll definitely go to Pisons.
For
Right?
sure.
Yeah, we'll just make some lunch when you have a lunch off of work or on a Saturday. We'll just go there and get turned.
That would be.
Let's do this.
Oh my God.
Listen, Ryan's got way more responsibility during basketball season. Like, you never will see me during all of softball season, but basketball, I just like wipe my hands of it. Like, have fun.
She's got no
Mom's
supervision.
going to get some pizza.
Mom's going to come back lit.
So let's do this.
All right.
No
For sure.
supervision will grab her.
Yeah.
And like
Sounds
Jay-Z
good.
has like 80 games. So like
You can miss one.
miss one.
You miss one when she gets a triple-double, probably.
Well, as long
Just likes
as
it.
Judy's there to see it.
As long as, right? Somebody will be filming. Somebody's got the video.
My mom could like call Ryan and just pose as me. I'm here. She's doing great.
There you
Totally.
go.
So that's how it can work to my advantage.
Yes.
I don't see you. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
That's a great, there you
There you
go.
go.
That's exactly
Yes.
how you can do it. It's
Oh,
brilliant.
you got it. Well, guys, thank you for coming in.
Oh, you're welcome.
This has been fun.
You know,
Coco's been
I
doing
really
great.
do love talking to you guys, but this was totally just my excuse to wear my dog out. Like she needed
That's
she needed
okay.
an outside trip on cold days. So
It helped us clean up all the random crumbs and crap we've dropped
know.
on the floor over the last
We were going to
week.
had to bring in the vacuum. Don't have
Not
to.
anymore.
Everything's cleaned up.
Thanks,
now.
CoCo, or wireless
Good.
CoCo.
Wireless, yeah. Her Bluetooth ain't connected
No,
right
it's-
now. She's roaming free.
Want to thank Kugler Vision for being a supporter of our podcast.
Tell you what, I've learned a lot about what it is that they do, and something that you may not think about when you're talking about your eye care and going in to get any of the procedures done. Say you're ready to get rid of the glasses, get rid of the contacts. It's not just a one-off. This is one of those deals that they stay with you because your eyes are constantly changing, and they work hard to stay with you, like build a partnership with you. So as you age and your eyes age, things change, and they can stay right on top of it and give you the best vision possible, because it's just one less thing you have to worry about. And right now too, if you happen to have a flexible spending account,
I do.
through the end of the year, they're going to offer 2 times savings. So check that out. Go to their website. It's kuglervision.com. That's where you can also get yourself signed up just to go in for that first consultation. And that is probably the best gift you could give yourself this time of year, just to go in for the consultation and get a baseline and find out where you are right now and what your possibilities are if you're thinking about getting rid of your glasses or your contacts. They are the best in the state, without a doubt.
And when they ask you, tell them you heard it on the Pat and JT podcast.
Well, you heard I took Jack to Lowe's. Have
Yes.
you taken her to Lowe's yet?
no.
It's fabulous. Good luck getting through the door and getting out without everybody want to touch your dog.
Really.
It's amazing.
So super dog friendly, Lowe's, huh?
Yes.
As is Chewy, not Chevy.
Thank you. She saw the
Chevy.
thing about the Chewy.com. She thought it said something about Chevy.com.
I was like, I didn't know Jill was a Chevy girl. And that is really cool of that car company. Like, what? Talk about thinking outside of the
How would
box.
they get a picture of her dog? That's so
I had
freaky.
no idea. I was like,
and you didn't think at all that was.
I had so much storyline. Like, why would Chevy? I mean, brands are really going out of their comfort zone, and no idea. Did they stalk her social media? Like,
Right.
is she close to them? That doesn't sound like Jill.
Maybe
And then you talked about Chewy the very next day on the podcast. I was like, oh, that makes more sense.
I'll have
There
to
you
show you
go.
that picture. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I saw it on Twitter. You guys
Oh, that's
tweeted
true.
it
We
out.
did
Yeah,
tweet it out.
it was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Isn't that
They did
crazy?
such a good job.
So cool. Yeah.
So Chevy, I mean, you should
Way to
you
go.
should look into it.
Seriously.
Might be a good idea.
Get somebody, stalk some social media, and just send them random
I'm
painted
looking for a car
portraits.
right now, by the way.
Send a sample.
That's
Send a
called-
sample.
That's called speed reading. I do it a lot. I do it a lot.
That's awesome.
Heidi, you're awesome. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you guys. Good seeing
Got
you
it.
again.
Pat and JT Podcast. A Parkville Media Production.